Nothing but the best for the Pro XR. Good old OEM parts for it. Hell yeah. New torque stop. About to go in. Some more OEM goodness for the Pro XR. Motor mount. Amber's been cleaning like crazy, and this thing is looking amazing. Beautiful job. Oh. Is it a good spot?
I told you I wasn't done.
What is up, YouTube? So we're making another video working on this here Pro XR 800, and we've been showing this thing some love, trying to get it cleaned up, fixed up, ready to go for another season of riding. So Amber, for the most part, did the cleaning on the sled, and it's looking absolutely amazing. One thing I do need for this sled before I can even move forward is well, not really move forward, that's wrong wording, but I need a new shock tower cover, which I think I might have one. Also, some other things I want to do is throttle cables. I want to replace these because nothing is worse than having a messed up throttle cable or have one break on you. Now here you can see my cable going to my oil pump is all kinked, and it's not really bad, I wouldn't say, but definitely good for a spare. Look at that. And then, oops, see if I can get this focus. You can see it's all kind of kinked up in here, and again there. So I went ahead, I've already ordered new ones. I'm just waiting for them to show up in the mail. Until then, I can continue just cleaning on this. I replaced motor mount, replaced my torque stop that was busted, like just fixing this thing up, trying to make this thing as nice and beautiful as a Pro XR should be. So now with that said, I have been going through and cleaning the hell out of this motor. So this thing was just a freaking grease ball, right? We've been just going ham over the last, I don't know, I probably got 5 hours just in cleaning the motor, making it really nice. And I was sitting there, I was thinking, man, I should really do something to this motor to kind of set it apart, make it a little bit cooler, you know? And I was like, this thing's got almost 20-year-old reeds. Let's throw some V-forces in it. So I've been, good catch, Garrett. Kind of been squirrel nesting a bunch of V-force reeds, because that's a set of Delta 3s. And I also have 2 sets of originals and another set of V-force 3 reeds sitting there. So I might as well use them. I got so many of them, you know. I got 1 set of good gaskets for them. So we're gonna go ahead, tear these off, which is super easy. These are just like 10mm bolts. They pop off, that comes out, old reeds will come out, and we'll check those out. So if you've never done this, I'm gonna go ahead and try to do this on video, one-handed, just so I can show you guys how easy it is to do this. I know a lot of the time I do stuff and I don't really show what really goes into doing it. Sometimes I do, but not always. But reeds are super easy to change. So this is also a good time to really inspect your carb boots, make sure those are nice. Because if this carb boot is ripped, it's almost a guarantee you will blow up your motor sooner or later, because it runs lean at that point. Yep, that's a stock reed cage. Looks okay. I got 1 pedal right there where the corner is about to break off. You see a little bit of a gap between them. All in all, I would say this is not a bad looking reed cage, except for that 1 pedal That would make me nervous. As soon as that breaks off, it gets eaten, chewed up, spit out from the motor. So after that, you would go ahead and place the gasket on your V-force reeds. Where's Amber when I need her? This would be nice if she was taking the video. This will slide right on in. Oh, sorry. Like that. Now this little dealio slides inside there. And then from there, you would just separate these and throw this back on. I'm gonna go ahead and inspect this real fast, and I can't really do that one-handed. And I'll get back to you guys when we put it back together. Okay, I got this thing all cleaned up, good to go as far as inspection. Now what you'll normally look for is you take your thumb or finger right here and you'll pull it back. See that? This one is already starting to rip. See, that all looks good on that area. That's ripping there. It's about to. Ripping. So this is on its way out. Is this still functional? Yeah, absolutely. That's not ripped all the way through, but give this a couple years and that might be all the way through to the inside. So still functional, but not optimal. The smart thing to do when they get to this point, just go ahead and freaking replace them. I'm probably going to throw it back on for the moment being, but now that I've seen that, I know I need to go ahead and order some new ones for this, because this sled is my pride and joy. This is my baby. I would be really hard pressed to find a sled that I like more than this one. I love my 700s, but this thing is just like, whoo, beautiful. It's a show off piece. Everybody loves it. Most people want one. Not everybody. Some people don't like orange, but anybody into Pro X's, they generally want one of these. So something you can do, not super recommended, but as you can see, I've done it before in the past. You can silicone or gasket maker, RTV, whatever on these, and it'll work just fine, especially if they're not ripped all the way through, which I'm probably going to do to these, and I'll probably use these on the 440 700 mod sled. As you can see, I bought another hood, so a little update. Got to trim this section out because this steering post is further forward than, let's say, a standard Pro X or an Edge, and so I'm going to do that. We'll have this hood kind of sitting back where it belongs. But seeing as that's Pro X and I put a big block motor in it, it does need these. So I'll probably silicone these and throw them on that thing. This beauty, however, is going to get the full treatment of brand spanking new ones. Just like that, this side is done. Got the V-force reed installed. That's not permanent though. I will be replacing that. And as always, this is a optimal time to take a peek at your piston skirt and be able to check for excessive scoring or anything. And it's just a good time for me to take a moment to appreciate how nice this thing looks. I'll show you the other side in a moment, but the cylinders, pistons, it all looks brand spanking new on this motor. She's fresh. She was dirty, but she's fresh. There you have it. V-force reeds are installed on both sides. Takes all about 5 minutes, maybe, if that, with the motor pulled. A little bit longer if the motor's in, so you have to pull the air box and the carbs, but still a very, very simple task. As I go, one thing I have been doing is everything, I'm cleaning everything right down to your oil hoses, because you can see how nice that looks in comparison to the section I haven't cleaned yet, right? All the little details will go into making this thing just, I won't say it's going to be like a show quality sled, but it's going to be super, super nice in comparison to what we did have going. So it's the little things in life. Yeah, so I already have my throttle cables and stuff ordered. I'm going to look into a shock tower cover or if I can't find one, I'll go pull one off this sled if I have to. If not, I'll go check my park sled out back. But we'll get that figured out. I'm gonna have to go ahead and get some carb boots ordered up for this thing. And all these things like throttle cable, stuff like that, have to happen before I can put a motor back in this, because it's so tight. I'll have just one hell of a time trying to get my cable installed on my oil pump again, because the bulkhead is right here, you know. It won't happen. So that's where I'm at, waiting on parts, trying to do a couple little things, get a couple more horsepowers out of this thing. Hell yeah. Yes? Food? Yeah, food? Alright. It's food time, boys. So that's going to be the end of this video. Stay tuned. Boy, it's looking good though. Okay, update. Through Polaris, you can still buy these. They're about $56 a piece. I have 4 new ones on the way, so this will get new ones, and apparently so will this jalopy. And I will silicone these ones and keep them for spares for the inevitable time where we can't buy new ones. But anyways, it's gonna be the end of this video. Stay tuned for more updates on the Pro X's and the dogs.